Joshua Schultz was a highly skilled CIA hacker working in one of the most secure parts of a very secure organisation. He worked in a specialist cyber security unit dealing with some of the CIA's most sensitive operations. This wasn't a casual workplace, it was a serious, high pressure and tightly controlled workplace. In 2017, Joshua Schultz carried out what the CIA later described as its digital Pearl Harbor. He leaked 34 terabytes of top secret information to WikiLeaks, and the damage to the CIA was absolutely huge. Schultz was later sentenced to 40 years in prison. When people hear this story, they usually assume that it must have been something big behind it, like politics, money, espionage. But there was not. What drove Joshua Schultz was something far more ordinary. He fell out with a colleague at work. It started as a fairly typical workplace squabble with arguments, antagonism, and kind of generally winding each other up. Management stepped in but handled it badly, and Schultz felt picked on, embarrassed, and that the organisation had taken the other person's side. He thought he'd lost status, and he thought he'd been treated unfairly. Those feelings turned into resentment, and that resentment turned into revenge. Over time, Schultz began downloading material to access through with his job, and after he left the CIA for a well-paid role elsewhere, he acted out that resentment by leaking the material publicly to WikiLeaks. Schultz ended up with a 40-year prison sentence, and the CIA suffered massive damage, and it all began with a badly handled workplace squabble. If this can happen inside one of the world's most secure and tightly controlled organisations, it can happen anywhere. The scale is extreme, but the emotional process was not.